ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। Is my voice clear? Hello.
There is an echo.
Some echo is
Okay.
Sounds like a bell or something.
Okay. Just a minute. How about now? You can let me know if you get echo.
Yeah, it's okay.
साक्षात् कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदं वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तम् तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अल्पाक्षरम् असन्दिग्धम्
Alpaksharam
Asandham
सारवद्विश्वतोमुखम् स्तोभम् अनवद्यं च सूत्रं सूत्रविदो विदुः अकुहविसर्जनीयानां कण्ठः इक्षुयशानां तालु ऋटुरशानां मूर्धा ऋतुलसानां दन्ताः उपपद्मानीयानाम् ओष्ठौ न्यमनडनां नासिका च इदैतो गो कण्ठतालु
एतैतो
कण्ठतालु
दौतो गो कण्ठौष्टम्
ओदौ
कण्ठौष्टम्
कारस्य दन्तौष्टम्
कारस्य
दन्तौष्टम्
जिह्वामूलीयस्य जिह्वामूल्यम्
जिह्वामूलीयस्य
जिह्वामूल्यम्
जिह्वामूल्यम्
नासिकानुस्वारस्य
नासिकानुस्वारस्य
अयुवन्
अय्युन्
ऋलक्
ऋलक्
एओङ् ऐऔच
औच
अयवरट्
हयवरट्
लण्
लन्
न्यामाङ्गानम्
ज्ञानम्
जभै
झभै
घटदश्
घटदश
खप जबगडदश्
जबगडदश
खप चटथ चटतौ
खप छटौ
कपै
कपै
शशसर् हल्
हल
okay. Just a quick recap of the sutras we have seen. You can repeat after me. I told the order. You can write the order in this way. That is, the first one is Mukhanasika Vachano Nunasikaha.
मुखनासिका वचनासिका
That is 118. Sutra is 118. Then Upadeshe Ajanunasikaha it.
उपदेशे
अजनुनासिकः
That is 132. Halantyam hello.
yes
Okay. The last one was Halantyam it.
yeah
Na vibhaktau tusmaha
न विभक्तौ तु स्मः
adiragnitu davaha
आदिर्निडवः
shaha pratyayasya
शः प्रत्ययस्य
chutu lashakvatadite.
लशक्वतद्धिते
And after this, we saw the sutra Adarshanam Lopaha.
अदर्शनं लोपः
That is sutra number 1160. First chapter, first pada 60. Then Tasya Lopaha. Yathasankyam Anudesha Samanam. That also we saw. 1310. You can just note that also. After this, we saw the sutra Ukalo. That is 1 to 27. Ukalo jasva dirgha plutaha
Ukalo
Halo Jaswadegapitaha
achascha
Achascha
Jascha
uchairudataha
Uchairudaha
Aha
nichairanudataha
Nichairanudataha
samahara svaritaha.
Samahara Svaritaha.
Svaritaha
All these are successive sutras. Then after this we saw the sutra 1, 4, 10. The next one is 1, 4, 10. Rasvam Laghu
Rasvam Lakhu
Lagu
Sanyoge Guru
Yoge Guru
Dirgham Cha.
Dirgham Cha.
Rasvam Laghu 1, 4, 10. Sanyoge Guru 1, 4, 11. Dirgham Cha 1, 4, 12. First chapter, 4th pada, 12th sutra. So we have covered all the sutras. Have we left any sutras?
This
Anantara.
One.
Yes. Sanyoge Guru is there. Sanyoga word is there. So in between, you have to add Halonantara Sanyoga. Because Sanyoga is a Sanya. So unless it is introduced, so we don't know what Sanyoga is. Okay. Halonantara Sanyoga.
Halonantara.
Anantara Sanyogaha
Where it should
Halona.
come, Ji? Should it come before Sayoge Guru or after?
It should come before
Come before.
Sanyoge Guru. Because Sanyoge, the word Sanyoga is a Sanya. So you can introduce after Rasvam Laghu. That is before Sanyoge Guru.
Okay.
Okay. Hal Anantaraha Sanyogaha. What is the sutra number?
117.
117
117. So these are sutras we have seen. Okay. 117 it is here. Alonantara Sanyogaha. Now another important sutra in this order. That is, we are seeing Sanya Sutras first. We have not yet got into any other Vidhi Sutras or other Sutras. So we are seeing only some Sanya Sutras. And after Sanya Sutras, we will see some Paribhasha Sutras. We'll get some idea about Paribhashas and all. Then Vidhi Sutras. So getting introduced to Sanya Sutras first. So the next sutra in this sequence. So you can remember these sutras in this order. Okay. So that's, you can see the connection of these sutras. So we can have our own prakriya, the method. So you can remember the sutra. That we have to fix it. That is also it's a Paribhasha Sutra. We will see it again maybe later in some other
Can we
context.
write it after the Tasya Lopaji?
I just introduced that. It is not required now actually. It has been already just introduced, taught that one. You can, when we see Vidhi Sutra, that time we can introduce Paribhasha, or when we see Paribhasha Sutra, that time it can be added. Okay. So now we can see the next sutra. The next sutra is this. First, we will see some simple one, and then we can see the next sutra. Teach you Tulyasya Prayatram Savarnam. That is the sutra I taught. But before that, we can do one simple sutra is there. We can do that. That is 1165. These sanyas we are not going to use immediately, but still can be learned the sanya. And we have used a word in our Sanskritam class. We have seen this upadha, the word we have seen, penultimate. So we know, we are familiar with the term upadha. So that's why I thought we can do that upada. Upada is also a sanya. Upada is also a sanya. What is upada? That is given by the sutra. Alontyat purvam upadha. Sutra number 1165. Alontyat purvam upadha. So first we have to split al, then antyat, then purvam. It is purvam. In the book it is given purvam. Here purvaha is there. Let me check whether it is purvam or purvaha. 1165. Alontyat purvaha. It is purvaha only. Okay. Alontyat purvaha only. So al antyat purvaha upadha. Alaha antyat. Sandhi has happened. You know what sandhi is. Utsarga replaced by u and purvarupa sandhi has happened. Alontyat purva. Alontyat purvaha upada. What will happen to the visarga of purva? Lopaha. What is the rule?
Ago, what is it? Bho, bago, ago.
Sutra read the rule. What is the rule? I mean, yeah.
Visarga preceded by and followed by ash.
Yakara adesha bhavati and yakara becomes lopaha optionally. Purvaha, visarga is replaced. Purvaha upada is that visarga optionally replaced by yakara. Yakara goes away. Visarga is not replaced by Visarga is replaced by yakara and yakara goes away optionally. Okay. Replacement of visarga by yakara is a must and the disappearance of yakara is optional. That is by lopaha shakalyasya iti sutrena. So purva upada. Alaha is panchami vibhakti. Panchami ekavachanam. What is its pratipadika? Halaha. Now we have done the padacheda. Halaha antyat purvaha upadha. Halaha antyat purvaha upada. We have done the padacheda. Identify the padams. Now, halaha is
Like
panchami
Martaha.
vibhakti.
Yeah,
Marutaha. Like Marutaha, hal is the pratipadikam. Alaha is panchami vibhakti ekavachanam. Hal, hello, halaha. Halam, hello, halaha. Ala, albhyam, albihi. Hale, albhyam, albyaha. Then you get halaha iti. Antyat, that is also panchami vibhakti ekavachanam. Purvaha. Purvaha is pratama vibhakti ekavachanam. Upadha, that is also pratama vibhakti ekavachanam. Why upada is pratama vibhakti? Because it's a sanya sutra. The sanya sutra, you will see the sanya, that which is defined, will be in pratama vibhakti. That will be in pratama vibhakti. Two things will be in pratama vibhakti. One, if it is a sanya. Other one, if it is an adesha. Adesha also in Vidi Sutra, adesha will be in pratama vibhakti. And stani will be in shashti vibhakti. In Vidi Sutra, adesha will be in pratama vibhakti. In Sanya Sutra, sanya will be in pratama vibhakti. So first, if you identify what sutra is, whether it is Sanya Sutra or Vidi Sutra, then from the pratama vibhakti, you can make out what it is. Okay. Then does it have any anuvritti? No, the sutra itself is complete. Al antyat purvaha upadha iti. Now, antima varnat, I'm reading the sutra vyakya. Antima varnat purvam vidyamanasya varnasya upada iti sanya bhavati. It's given the English translation also. Antima varnat purvam. Antima varna, last varna. Antyat, therefore antima. Antyat iti antima varnat. Antima varnat aksharat purvam, before. Vidyamanasya, that which is present. Vidyamanasya, vidyamana varnasya upada sanya. It takes sanya upadha iti. Antyat alaha purvaha yaha al vidyate tasya upada sanya bhavati. Antyat alaha also you can do. You can write Divritti any way you like. Antyat alaha means antima varnat purvam vidyamanasya letter varna. Varnasya halaha. Antyat alaha. So there is the letter preceding the last one, that is called upada. Upada is a sanya, and you can see the usage of this upada in many places. In the derivation of the dhatus, we have seen the last but one, the penultimate, will take guna if it is followed by the pratyaya, sarvadharta karpit, and all we have seen. Upada gets guna iti. So in that sutra, the word this sanya is used. That is given here. Puganta lagu padasya cha iti. 7.3. You can see here at the bottom, highlighting and showing that. 7.3.86. This is sanya pradesha. Pradesha, the place where the sanya is used. Upada is used in that sutra. That is one. Many places are used. Some are given here. Ata upadayaha. Ata upadayaha, that is 72116. Upadhayascha 71101. Etadrisheshu sutreshu drishtaha. This upada sanya you can see. Prayogaha bhavati drishtaha iti. Okay. Then is given the example of what upada is now. Ramam iti atra. You can see Ramam iti atra. A iti upada sanyakaha. What is the last letter? Last letter of the padam Ramam is makara. And what precedes that? A. We should not say ma. That is what from the very beginning, if you remember, from the basic class onwards, I'll be teaching this. What is the last letter? They will say the last letter is, here makara, it is fine. If it is a vowel, if it is a Rama is a word. If it is Rama, when I ask last letter, people will say ma. It is not ma. Makara plus a. A is the last letter. A is the last letter. Then only you can describe the pratipadikam akarantaha iti. It is not makaranta. I cannot say ma. Rama is a shabda. Rama is a word. When you say Rama is a word and ask you what is the last letter, you should say A is the last letter, not ma. Makara is the upada. Right? Remember this, I've been, because this is generally people do this mistake. So from the very beginning onwards, what is the last letter and what is upada in telling. Then similarly, the next one, prich is there. The last letter is chakara. And the penultimate, upada is chakara. Okay, alpa prana, chakara. Krishna iti varnasya nakara antima varna, and the preceding letter is, the last letter is akara, and the preceding letter upada is nakara. So nakara is the upada sanya. Devaha. Now here what is the upada? Ityatra visargat purvaha upastitaha akaraha upada sanyakaha. To be noted here. Visarga also considered. So visarga, before the visarga, what is that? That is the upada. Before the visarga, what is that? That a is that. The vowel a. So that is the upada. Okay. Then Kashika. Kashika is a commentary. Yes, giving the you can read just the vritti, simple vritti. He has given specifically for dhatu. Because this is main, you will see the application in the dhatu. Therefore, he is using the word dhatu in his vritti. Dhatvadau varna samudaye antyat alaha purvaha yaha varnaha saha alaha saha al eva, not alaha, saha al eva upadasanyah bhavati. Dhatvadau, okay, in dhatus, etc. Dhatu, etc. It covers dhatu, everything, not only dhatus. In that varna samudaya, the group of letters, antyat alaha. Okay, I'm splitting all the words. Antyat alaha is there. Antyat alaha panchami bhakti. Before the last al. Purvaha. Antyat alaha purvaha. Before the last al. Yaha varnaha vidyate. Saha al eva upada sanyaha bhavati. Yata pach pat iti dhatoho akaraha asti purvam. Therefore, A is the upada. Bid, chid, ikara is the upada. Is giving this. Why? You can take guna. Therefore, bud, yud, ukara is the upada. Vrit, vrid, rikara is the upada. Okay. Fine. Then, alaha iti kim shishtaha, shishtavan, samudayat, purvasya ma bhut. Iti samudayat, purvasya ma bhut. This we will see later. Alaha iti kim shishtaha, shishtavan. Okay. And Siddhantakam very simple vritti. Antyat alaha purvaha varnaha upada sanyaha syat. Vritti, very simple vritti. So you can write our own vritti also. Lagu Siddhantakam vritti. Antyat alaha purvaha varnaha upada sanyaha iti. Okay, let me explain alaha iti kim, why he says that. Listen carefully. Alaha iti kim. Why he says alaha? Why the word? This is what the Kashika will do. They will inquire into some words like it's like the Shastram. Purva Pakshi will be there and Siddhanti will be there. Yet grammar also we have Purva Pakshi and Siddhanti. Purva Pakshi, the opponent will ask question, why this word is there? Why this letter is there? And the person will answer. We have to answer. Give a satisfying answer why it is given by Panini Maharishi. You have to substantiate by giving an answer, proper answer. It's a way of understanding. That's not really Purva Pakshi. It's a way of understanding, asking question and giving a satisfying answer. Alaha iti kim. Iti sutra, alaha is that. What is alaha? What is al? What is al?
All the
All the letters.
in the Maheshwara
Ach,
Sutra.
ach plus hal. Vowels plus consonants, it is al. If al is not there, what will be? Why it is said al? Alantyat purvam upada. Okay. If al, why al is there? If al is not there, what will happen? Antyat purvam upada, we can say. Antyat purvaha upada. Antyat purvam, before the last. Can we say it or not? Will it not give the same meaning?
But
That's why he's asking. Alaha iti kim. Why alaha?
Every word will end only in the.
Every word?
Every word will end only in
And
vowels, right?
Every
vowels.
word, no. Marut is there. Why the word al is there in the sutra? Why can't we remove the al and say Rewrite the sutra. Antyat purvaha upada iti. Antyat purvaha upada also makes sense, right? Before the last. That is called the upada, penultimate. Antyat purvaha. Does it give meaning or not? Sushiraj, are you saying something?
Yes, conjunct consonants are there. So to
So
split
what? We
the,
have seen conjunct consonant. Here also conjunct we saw. Prich we saw. The example.
we have to
Ramam.
split that. No?
It's okay. Prich also is there. Chakara is there before the chakara. What is the last penultimate letter? Chakara. The last letter is Mahaprana Chakara in Prich. And the penultimate is Alpaprana Chakara. So what? That is a conjunct consonant. Right? No. You see, why I'm not asking, I'm expecting answer from you also. But if you can say, it is fine. If you can't say, that is also fine. No problem. Why the word alaha is there? It says, through examples, through counter examples, it will make you understand why it is given. It's very interesting. This is how the thinking of the grammarians, Vyakarana, can see. Alaha iti kim. It looks simple, but from the answer, you have to understand what it is. Shishtaha, Shishtavan iti samudayasya purvasya ma bhut. What does it mean? The word Shishtaha you can take, right? Antyat purvaha upada, when you say, shall I take the word, shall I take the letter or the whole word? The question will come. Example is giving Shishtaha. Okay. Should I take the word or should I take a letter of the word or should I take the word itself? You understand? When I say Rama, should I take the letter Antyat Alaha? Antyat Alaha, that is, should I take the last letter or should I take the word as such before the last word in a sentence? That becomes a vakya. In a sentence before the last word, that is called upada. That meaning can be possible. Yes or no? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Jay. In the sentence, word
If-
kuda
in a s-
consider panna mudiyum. Yes.
In a sentence, there are many words are there, right? So when I say antyat purvam upada, I can take that antyat could be the word, not the letter of a word. I can take the word itself. Ramaha khadati. Some example I'm giving. Ramaha khadati. Now, when I ask you what is upada, suppose alaha is not there. Antyat purvaha upada is there. Now, Antya is Antya, Padam is Khadati. That is how I will take it. Antya, Padam, that is Varna Samudaya. A collection of letters is the Padam. So Antya is Khadati. What is the Purva? Ramaha. So Ramaha takes the Upada Sanya. Is it what we require? No. That is not the meaning here. Therefore, we have to specify the letter of the word. Otherwise, the word itself will be considered. That's a problem. Therefore, we need to specify alaha iti. Clear? Is given the
Yes.
example. Shishtaha shishtavan. Samudayat purvasya mabhut iti varna samudayat. That is, before this padam, before this word, mabhut should not be taken. Should not happen. We should mabhut, right? So it is not, this sanya is not for the varna samudaya. It's not for the word. It's not for the word. It is for the letter. If it is for the word, then upada will be that which precedes that word. That is the upada. Example, Ramaha Kadati I give. If you ask what is the upada of Kadati, it becomes Ramaha. Ramaha is, we don't want to give the upada sanya to Ramaha. Right? That is not our intention. We are talking about the word. We are talking about the letter in the word. Therefore, we have mentioned alaha iti. To mention the letter in the word alaha, the word alaha, the word should be used. The word alaha must be included in the sutra. Is it clear or it's confusing?
Clear.
Clear, ji.
Others? Understand why the word alaha is there? If many places you will see, if word is not there, it will give a different meaning. Antyat purvaha upada, it is not complete. The sutra have the possibility. The sutra has the possibility of giving the upada sanya to the words also. The other possibilities are there. That has to be ruled out. Therefore, we have to specify alaha in the sutra. Okay. Shall we move on? Understand this?
அந்த எக்ஸாம்பிள் சிஷ்டக சிஷ்டவான்ல வந்து அந்த
Just is
இதுல
giving the
வந்து
word shishtaha. When you say what is upada shishtaha, the varna
உப்பதா
samudaya, if you take the whole varna samudaya, he is just giving some example. That's it. Shishtaha, if you say varna samudaya purvam, what is there? Purvam, nothing is there.
ஓகே
Shishtaha, the word is there. Before the word, what is the upada? Nothing is there. This shishtaha is a word. Before that word shishtaha, nothing is there. So, shishtavan is just giving some example. If you varna samudayat, if you varna samudaya is a purvasya mabhut, should not be taken should be taken that which precedes the varna samudaya. That is a word. We are talking about that which precedes the letter, not before the word, right? Therefore, alaha. I thought this was a simple sutra. Yeah, this is a simple sutra only. But Kashika asks questions and makes us understand. I want to make our understanding very clear. Every word is important, he says. Okay. So now, this you can add in the list of sutras. Then we can go to the next important sutra. Tulyasya prayatnam savarnam. That sutra number is 119. About this sutra already we saw. I gave introduction in the beginning itself when we talked about the Ucharana, Sthanam and all. But now we are going to see in the form of the sutra. It's important. It's an important sutra. Tulyasya prayatnam savarnam. Now, okay, you can repeat. Alontyat purvaha upadha.
Alontyat
உப்பதா
We didn't say, that's why. Now, tulyasya prayatnam savarnam.
Tulyasya prayatnam
சவரணம்
Tulyasya prayatnam savarnam. Now we have to do the paracheda, sutra paracheda. Tulya asya prayatnam savarnam. Tulyasya prayatnam. You can take that as one word. Okay. Tulyasya prayatnam. It is Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. It has three words. Tulyasya prayatnam. Tulya plus asya, tulyasya. Tulyasya prayatnam. One word. Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Savarnam is a sanya. Therefore, it will be what Vibhakti? Pratama Vibhakti.
What?
And it will be Ekavachanam only. Sanya also will be Ekavachanam. Pratama Vibhakti that will be there. And Sanya also, Sanya will be Ekavachanam only. Because only Sanya we are defining. Only one Sanya. Therefore, it will be Ekavachanam. Okay. First, let us understand what it says, and then we can see the sutra further. It says, Sutra Sanya, you can read, Yayogo Varna Yogo Mukastitam Ucharana Sthanam Abhyantara Prayatnascha Samanostaha Tau Varnau Paraspara Yogo Savarnau Iti Uchyate. So, Savarnam, when we say Savarnam, it means two letters are involved. Savarnam, similar. One is similar to other. It means two letters are involved. Therefore, Dvivachanam is there. Yayogo Varna Yogo. Yayogo Varna Yogo Mukastitam Ucharana Sthanam. the place of pronunciation which is stita, which is located, situated, where? In the mukha, in the mouth. In the mouth, that is stitam, uchchana sthanam, that is sthanam, that is number one. Number one is sthanam. Number two, abhyantara prayatnascha, that is number two. Abhyantara prayatna, that internal effort. This is number two. Right? Uchcharana sthanam, mukhastitam uchcharana sthanam, that is sthanam is number one. That is referred by the word asya in the sutra. And prayatnam is there in the sutra. That is abhyantara prayatnam, internal effort. Now, sthanam and abhyantara prayatnam, if it is samanau staha, varnayogo samanau staha, varnayogo samano. What samana? Sthana and prayatna. Sthanam and abhyantara prayatnam. If it is samanau staha, then tau varnau savarnau. Then those two varnas are called, are said to be savarna. Right? So two varnas, two letters. We're talking about the letters. Not about the word also. Tulyasya, prayatnam, we're talking about the word. All these are all about the letters, not about the word. This is about the letters, not about the word. Two letters are said to be savarna. Therefore, varnayoho. That's what the vritti does. Tulyasa prayatnam savarnam is there. So this is sutra is for the letter. Therefore, varnayoho. Alayoho. Okay. Varnayoho, alayoho. Two letters are called savarna when their uchcharana sthanam and internal effort are samano, same. Okay. The place of utterance and the internal effort. If they are same, then they can be called savarna. Now, in the sutra, tulya is equal to samana, similar. Tulya is samana, similar. Asya means, asya is sthanam, uchcharana sthanam, asya. Asyanti uchcharayanti. Asyanti uchcharayanti varnan. Anena iti sthanam. Asyam. Asyam is the place of the articulation of the varnas. That is called sthana. Like kanta, murdam, iti. Those are the sthana. Asya. Abhyantara. Antara. Abhyantara, antara. Antara is internal. Internal prayatnam. Internal effort. Okay. So, tulya asya. Asya stands for this mukhastitam uchcharana sthanam prayatnam for abhyantara. Okay. Now, the word tulyasya. What is the what are the samasa and all will tell you. Asya means, we said asya is the sthanam. Tulya is similar. Okay. So, asyaha, asye prayatnaha, asya prayatnaha. Asya is the uchcharana sthanam, mukhastitam, that mouth. Asya is the mouth. So, asye prayatnaha, asye prayatnaha, asya prayatnam. Why it is asya? Asya means mukha. Asye bhavam asyam. That is why mukhastitam, the word is given. He has used nice word. Mukhastitam. Mukhe bhavam. Asye bhavam asyam. It's tadita. The word is tadita. That which is located in the mukha. Asye mukhe bhavam asyam. Iti. Okay. Then prayatna. Prakrishtaha yatnaha. Prayatna, the word prayatna comes from the dhatu yat. Yat is a dhatu. Yatati. Yatati is the one, the effort, means yatati is tries. That's, from that only we get yati also. Yatihi means munihi. So yatnaha, prakrushtaha yatnaha, prakrushtaha yatnaha, prayatnaha. Okay. So asye bhavam, asyam, prakrushtaha yatnaha, prayatnaha. Asye prayatnaha, asye prayatnaha, asya prayatnaha. That is one possibility. Asye prayatnaha, asya prayatnaha iti. Or we can take this asya prayatnaha, asya prayatnaha, asya prayatnaha, which means the effort made in the mouth. Asya, the effort made in the mouth. That is one way of splitting the samasa. Then the other word, other possibility is asyam and prayatam. Two things are there. Therefore, asyam cha prayatanam cha, asya prayatnau. That also we can make. That is dvandva samasa. Itaretara dvandva samasa. So different possibility of this compound I'm giving, so that in all the possibilities the meaning will not change. Asya bhavam, asya prayatnam, asya prayatnam. That is one. Between the word asya and prayatna. Asya prayatna, that is saptami tatpurusha samasa, asya prayatna. Asyam cha prayatnam cha, asya prayatnau, that is dvandva, itaretara dvandva samasa. Now the whole word we can take. Tulya is there. Tulya, we are talking about the two varnas. Therefore, tulyau asya prayatnau yasya tat tulyasya prayatnam. The whole thing is a Bahuvrigi samasa. Tulya asya prayatnau yasya tat tulyasya prayatnam. The whole thing is Bahuvrigi samasa, referring to that which has tulya, samana. What samana? The samana that's of asya as well as prayatna. Asyam cha prayatnam cha, asya prayatna, both asya and prayatna are considered as itaretara dvandva, and for varna it is tulyo, that which has this tulyo. Therefore, Bahuvrigi samasa. You understand this? Different compound possibilities, and the final compound is Bahuvrigi. The whole word is a Bahuvrigi. Okay, tulyasya prayatnam is Bahuvrigi samasa, referring to that varna, savarna. The varna, the two varnas, tulyo asya prayatnau. Okay, it's called tulyasya prayatnau. Tulyo asya prayatnau yasya tat, one way of giving the vigraha, or you can say tulyaha asya prayatnaha yasya saha or yena saha. That is also Bhagurvigi samasa only. Different way of giving the vigraha vakyas. You can give any vigraha vakyas. Anyway, tulyaha asya prayatnaha, making it as a tulyaha asya prayatnaha yasya saha, that which has tulya asya prayatnam. Tulya asya prayatnaha. That also we can make it. Yena saha or yasya saha, Bhagurvigi. Okay. Now, having done this, you'll see the varnanam uchchana sthanani etadrishani. After this, we will read some other vritti also. First, we will read this. We know akuga visarjaniyanam kantaha etesham uchchana sthanam kantaha. Therefore, what they are? They are savarna. You have to note here. The letter, the vowel a and ku, that is kavarga letters. Ku stands for all the kavarga letters. Okay, and ha, the sibilant, ushma varna and visarga. All these are savarna. Are they savarna or not? Yes or no? If it is yes, why?
Yes, Ji.
Why a and ku, they are savarna?
The place of Uchcharanam is Kanta.
What is
Aha.
Uchcharana sthanam. Okay, asyam is kantam, kantaha. Okay, then and internal effort is there. We talked about internal effort.
Yeah.
Remember?
Abhyantara. Yeah, abhyantara.
Sprishtam.
Yeah, we talked about internal effort. 5 or 4 types. Because
Yeah.
there is a difference in view about
Sprishtam,
this.
yeah. Sprishtam
Yes.
is
Sprishtam.
A is what?
Sprishtam.
The letter A is, the vowel A
Vowel.
is Vivritam.
yeah,
Right.
Rasva is Samvaraha, isn't it?
Amrita.
That's okay.
Amritam.
Rasva is
Ah,
Samvritam,
Yeah.
but you can take it as a Vivritam. All the vowels are Vivritam, that A is Samvrita in some places. So Vivritam we can take, okay. And what about Ku is? Ku is Sprishtam.
Sprishtam.
Ku
Yeah.
is Sprishtam. So A is, whether you take it as Vivritam or Samvritam, okay. Generally, in general pronunciation, the short A, it is Samvritam. Okay. Yes, but in the other places, it is Vivritam. That's why I said you can take. So whether you take Samvritam or Vivritam doesn't matter here. Okay.
Okay.
And Samvritam or Vivritam, which is the Ucharanam of A, and for the Kavarga, the consonants, Ku, it is Sprishtam. Are they same?
No.
They are not same. But how can you say it is Savarna then? Abhyantara, Prayatnam. Are they different or not?
Yeah, different.
Okay. So, and later also we will see. Later the next sutra will come. The next sutra will come and it will negate that the vowel and the consonants cannot be Savarna. The vowels and the consonants cannot be Savarna. The next sutra is going to come and it will say. Okay. So Akuka Visarjaniyanam Kantaha says talking about only the Asyam, the Uchcharanasthanam. From the viewpoint of the Uchcharanasthanam, they are same. He is not saying Savarna by this. You have to understand. Varnanam Uchcharanasthanam is giving. But I'm just telling you, A and Ku cannot be Savarna. Because Abhyantara Prayatnam is different. And also the next sutra what we are going to see, that also will negate the Savarnatvam of the vowel and the consonants. It cannot be Savarna. Okay. Now, he is giving the Uchcharanasthanam. Arnanam Uchcharanasthanani etadrishani iti. And later, the next paragraph is giving the Prayatnas, Abhyantara Prayatnas is giving. There you will see the difference. Okay. Anyway, so we have chanted all these things. Akuka Visarjaniyanam Kantaha, Itu Yeshanam Talu, Rudurashanam Murda. So all these things we know. Okay. This gives you the list of the Uchcharana Sthanam. The next one, Varnanam Abhyantara Prayatnaha Etadrishaha. Sprishtam Prayatnam Sparshanam. We have seen this. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
We have seen. That's why our class started with the Uchcharana Sthanam. With the knowledge of Uchcharanam. We should have the knowledge of the place of pronunciation. Therefore, it started with that. Okay. So, Sprishtam Prayatnam Sparshana. Sparsha means consonants. Sprishtam Prayatnam Sparshana. Sparsha means touch. Sparsha means touch. Kichi சத்தம் கேக்குது. Okay, I'll do one thing. Sparsha means the touch. Okay, sparsha is the touch. So, Sprishtam Prayatnam Sparshanam, and all the consonants are referred by the word sparsha. All the consonants are referred by the word sparsha. Sarvesham Vargiya Vyanjananam Abhyantara Prayatnaha Sprishtaha. All the class consonants, not all the consonants, all the Vargiya Vyanjana. pu, chu, tu, pu. All these are have the abhintara prayatana, sprishtaha. Then ishat sprishtam antasthanam. Antastha is the vowels. They have the abhintara prayatana, ishat sprishtam, slight touch with the organs of speech, organs of articulation. Ishat sprishta. That is, the tongue will be in slight contact with the place of articulation. That is ishat sprishtam. That is for the vowels. Whereas for the sparsha stands for the sparsha means touch. That is class consonants which are touched, contact. Those internal effort are sprishtam. That is for the vargiya vyanjana. Then antastha isha sprishtam and vivritam. Ushmanam svaranam cha vivritam. Vivritam is, this is according to one whether it is Siddhanta Kaumadikara or Laghu Kaumadikara, to see. So they divide this into 5. Okay. This is according to Siddhanta Kaumadi. Okay. Siddhanta Kaumadi, they say Sprishtam, Ishat Sprishtam, and Vivritam and Samvrta iti. They divide this into 4. Siddhanta Kaumadikara divides the Abhyantara Prayatana into 4. Whereas the modern grammarians, Navya, Vyakaranas, and also Kashika, you will find one more Abhyantara Prayatana. One more Abhyantara Prayatana, that is Ishat Vivritam. They say Ishat Vivritam. One more is there. That is why I said 5. According to Siddhanta Kaumadi, it is 4. They are given only 4. But we can take it as 5. One more is there. Ishat Sprishtam. Ishat Vivritam. It is not the Ishat Vivritam here. But if you remember, the list I have given Ishat Vivritam also.
Yeah.
So that can be included. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So here in this, he says Vivritam. Number 3 I am reading. Vivritam Ushmana Svarana Cha. Swara means vowels. Ushmavarna sibilants. They have the Abhyantara Prayatana. Vivritam iti. But what we say, Vivritam is for the vowels and Ishat Vivritam for the sibilants. Cha, sha, sa, ha. Okay. So
Yeah.
Vivritam means what? That is, Vivritam is the tongue will not have contact with the place of articulation. That is Vivritam. Whereas for the Ucharanam of sha, sha, sa, ha, Ushmavarnas, there will be slight, the tongue is slightly away, little away from the sthana. That we say the articulation, that is articulator, the articulator is slightly opened. All these things you have to visualize, okay? And you can feel it also. If you can imagine, visualize and feel it, when you say, you'll understand. Ishat Vivritam. So, Vivritam, Ishat Vivritam, 2 things are there. For Vivritam, that is for the utterance of vowels, there is no contact. Whereas for the Ishat Vivritam, the articulator is partially opened. Okay. Whereas for Samvritam, that is only for the letter Rasvasya Avarnasya Prayoge Samvritam. The articulators, the surface of the articulator is contracted. It is called Samvritam. Samvrita. Contracted effort is called Samvritam. So Rasvasya Avarnasya Prayoge Samvritam. Prakriya Dashayam tu Vivritam eva Rasva Akaraha Prayoge Ityukte. Vyavahare Samvrita Vedam Pradarshayati. You can note this. Okay. Vyavahare Samvrita Vedam Prakriya Dashayam tu Vivritam eva Rasva Akara Prayoge Ityukte. The Rasva Akara, it is Samvrita, but Vyavahare Samvrita Vedam. Vyavaharte Samvrita Vedam Pradishyati, Parantu Prakriyayam iti yukte Sutranam Prayogena Rupa Nirmana Samaye Saha Vivataha Asti iti eva manyate. So, when you form in Sutranam Prayogena. By the sutra, when you nirmana, when you form a word, there the word a is considered to be vivrta. Rasva a is samvrta, it is contracted, but Sutranam Prayogena Rupa Nirmana Samye, when you form the Rupa, the form when you form the Rupa Nirmana, that is in the demonstration of that, using the application of the sutras, then the letter A becomes Vivrta. It is considered to be Vivrta. That is why I said both A is Samvrta and Vivrta. Okay. So, in generally it is Samvrta. In general utterance it is Samvrta. But Sutranam Prayogena, when we form the Rupa Nirmana, that time it is considered to be Vivrta. Therefore, 5 things are there. Sprishtam, Ishat Sprishtam, Ishat Vivrtam, Vivrtam, and Samvrtam. We can remember these names. Okay. So these are the Abhyantara Prayatnas. So we know Asyam and we know Prayatnam now. Okay. Because the sutra it is mentioned Asya and Prayatna. Therefore we need to know what they are. Okay. And Prayatnam is of 2 types. Abhyantara Prayatnam and Antara and Bhagya Prayatnam. Bhagya Prayatnam also we have seen. Now, for the Savarnatvam, Abhyantara Prayatnam only we have to take, not the Bhagya Prayatnam. That is why, even though the word Prayatna is there, but it stands for internal effort, Abhyantara Prayatnam. Now, Jnatavyam, Patanjali Munina, Shashasaha etesham Abhyantara Prayatnaha Ishat Vrtaha iti Uktaha asti. That is, the sibilants, they are considered to be Ishat Vrta by Patanjali, Kashika, Munibhi. By them, they consider to be Ishat Vivrta. Whereas Siddhanta Kaumadikara, they consider it as Vivrta. Whereas the other Munis in the tradition, the teachers in the tradition, they consider to be Ishat Vivrta. Therefore, we are taking it as a Ishat Vivrta. Both are okay. That's not a big problem. Okay. Whether you consider Swaras as Vivrta or Ishat Vivrta, it's not going to become a problem. Because anyway, the Swaras and the Vyanjana, they are not Savarna. That is going to be told by the next sutra. So it is not a problem. Okay. Ataha Mahabhashye Varnanam Pancha Abhyantara Prayatnaha Patyante. Therefore, there are 5 Abhyantara Prayatnas which are read in the Mahabhashyam. Paninehe Matene tu Upari Nirdishtaha Chattvaraha eva Abhyantara Prayatnaha Santi. But Panini Maharishi, according to Panini Maharishi, it's only 4. But the later Acharyas, Patanjali, etc., according to them, there are 5. So, Uttarottara Muninam Pramanam, we have seen. Uttarottara Muninam Pramanam. Therefore, we can take the Patanjali and the Kashika, their views we can take, and therefore we can consider it as 5. It's not a problem, 5 or 4. It doesn't matter. Okay. But we can know these are the Abhyantara Prayatnams iti. Now the next line. Yayogo dvayogo varnayogo mukastita uchcharanasthanam Abhyantara Prayatnaha cha samanaha bhavati tesham savarna sanya bhavati. This we have seen. Those 2 varna which have the uchcharanasthanam and the Abhyantara Prayatnam same, they are considered to be Savarna. Example, Akara Akara Yogo Ubayogo Sthanam Kanta. Akara Akaro Savarno Staha. Similarly, Pakara Makara Yogo Ubayogo. Can you hear me? Of you?
Yes, GF.
Yes, Ji.
Yes, Ji.
Akara Makara Yogo Ubayogo Mukastita Uchcharana Sthanam Oshtau. Yes, we know Akara Makara. Asyam is Oshta. Yatraha, Sprishtaha. They are class consonants. Vargya Vyanjanam. Therefore, Sprishtaha. Therefore, Ataha, Pakara Makaro, Savarnostaha. They are considered to be Savarna. यद्यपि मकारस्य उच्चारणस्थानं नासिका अपि प्रयुज्यते तथापि तस्याः अत्र गर्गणं नैव क्रियते यतः नासिका मुखस्थितम् उच्चारणस्थानं नास्ति यद्यपि मकारस्य उच्चारणस्थानं नासिका अपि what's makara is the fifth letter of the class and all the fifth letters are anunasika, right, pronounced with the nose. Tatapi tasyaha atra garganam na eva kriyate. Therefore, we don't consider the nasika upayoga, their application of nose in the ucharanam is not considered here. Okay, yataha nasika nasik. Therefore, nasika nose will not be considered to be the mukhastitam uchcharanasthanam here. Here it is not considered, but ma is, it is what? It is oshta plus nose. But here in this context, since pakara and makara, both their uchcharanasthanam and yatnaha, they are same. Therefore, we consider it as savarna only. Even though makara has got one more asya sthan, that is nasika. But that is not considered here. That is what he says. Clear?
Okay.
Next one. Akara ekara yogo yadyapi prayatno samanostaha tatapi uchcharanasthanam samanam nasti. Akara is kanta. Ekara is kantatalu. Therefore, they are not considered to be savarna. We cannot ask, why did you consider makara, which has got additional uchcharanasthanam nose, and here talu is that? Why can't we consider? We cannot. This is how it is. Okay, we cannot consider. We are giving savarna sanya, and by giving them, we are achieving certain things. Okay, therefore we are saying like this. Akara kakara yogo yadyapi uchcharanasthanam samanam asti tatapi prayatno samano nastaha. It's very clear. Akara and kakara, their uchcharanasthanam are same. Akuka visarjaniyanam kantaha. Whereas, what about the prayatna? Are they same? Akara is what? It is vivritam. Vivritam svaranam. Therefore, it is a vivritam. And kakara is sprishtam. Sprishtam prayatnam sparshana. Therefore, one is sprishta, other one is vivrita. Even though the uchcharana sthanam is same, but prayatna, abhyantara prayatna, the place of the internal effort, even though the place of pronunciation is same, since the internal efforts are different, therefore they are not considered to be savarna. Okay. Anena prakarena savarnaha etadrishaha siddhyanti is important. So what do we understand by giving the savarna sanyas to all this? What is it finally we are saying? Sarve kavargiyaha parasparanam savarnaha santi. Okay. That is, the letters of kavarga, they are savarna to each other, mutually similar. They got the mutual, what you call, similarity. Parasparanam savarnaha santi. The letters of kavarga, they are savarna to each other. Tata eva chavargiyaha, tavargiyaha, tavargiyaha, pavargiyaha cha. Similarly for all the class consonants. Number 2. Akarasya sarve ashtadasha vedaha parasparanam svarnaha santi. That is why we saw in the previous class. Because savarna topic is going to be dealt with now. That's why all this ashtadasha veda we have seen in the previous class. What are those ashtadasha veda? Remember, the letter A is Udata, Anudata, Swarita. In terms of intonation, in terms of the pronouncing the word, the letter from the vocal organ, depending from where it comes, whether it involves the upper part or lower part, or both the parts are involved in vocalizing that. That is Udata, Anudata, Swarita, Vedena 3. And in terms of time, kala,
Anunasika, Anunasika.
yeah, in terms of kala, it is Rasva Dirgha Pluta 3. And in terms of the Stanakarta, application of nose, Anunasika, Anunasika. So 18 forms are there. Therefore, Ashtadasha Vedaha Parasparanam Savarnaha Santi. They are Savarna to each other. Tata eva ikarasya. Ashtadasha Vedaha. Tata eva ukarasya api. So A, I, U, all these have 18 forms and they are Savarna to each other. Okay. And the next one. R, L, Varnayogo, Mitaha, Savarnyam, Vachyam. This is a Vartika. This is a Vartika. That is why it is in blue color, it is given. Vartika to this sutra, Tulyasya Prayatnam, Savarnam. R and L, they should be considered to be Savarna. They are considered to be Savarna. Vartikakara add this. Because Sutra did not say. Because R is what? R is Murda. And L is Danta. That Asyam is different. Ucharana Sthanam is different. Then how can they be Savarna? But they are considered to be Savarna, which the Panini Sutra doesn't reveal. Right? Because Tulyasya Prayatanam, when we say, then these two doesn't come. They are not considered to be Savarna. But they are Savarna. Therefore, Panini Maharshi should have added a sutra mentioning the R and L are exception. They are considered to be Savarna. He should have mentioned. He didn't say that. Therefore, Vartikakara adds. Vartikakara adds this here, Vartika. R, L, Varna Yogo, with a Savaranyam, Vachyam. They are similar. R and L. You cannot ask why. R and L, they are considered to be Savarna. Because those may be the forms of such or then the language. Therefore, Vartikakara says, Aneka Vartikena, Rikara, Likara Yoga, Savarnyam Vidiyate. It is ordained. R and L should be considered to be Savarna. It is ordained by this Vartika. This is done by the Vartika, not by the Sutra. Okay. Sutrakara did not mention, and therefore Vartikakara mentions. That is the job of Vartikakara. Whatever Vartikakara says, they are also considered to be Sutra. Whatever is not mentioned by Panini Maharshi is mentioned by the Vartikakara. So Uttarottara Pramanam we said. So Panini Maharshi first, and then Vartikakara, then Mahabhashya. The order of Pramanam. First Mahabhashyaka. First we see Panini Maharshi. And if you have doubt with Panini Maharshi's Sutra Pata, then we see the Vartika. Still not clear, then see the Mahabhashya. And whatever Mahabhashyakara says, that is final. No question on that. This is the order. Okay. So now Vartikara says, Rikara, Likara, Varnayogo, Savarnyam Vidiyate. Okay. Ataha, now Rikarasya Ashtadasha Vedaha. Rikara has got 18 forms are there. 18 different forms are there. And they are Savarna to each other. Okay, that is one thing. Likarasya Dvadasha Vedaha Sarve Dvadasha Vedaha Likarasya Dvadasha. Why? Because L doesn't have long form. L doesn't have long form. Therefore, how many letters will be there? 12 letters. Therefore, Dvadasha Vedaha. Now, R and L, when we say Savaranyam, they have got Savaranyam. They are Savarna to each other. Now, R will have 18 plus 12, 30 forms it will have. R will have 30 Savarna letters, 18 of its own and 12 of L. Similarly, for L also will have 12 of its own plus 18 forms of R. So R and L, they have 30 Savarna letters. Therefore, Sarve Parasparanam Savarnaha Santi. Is it clear?
Yes, Ji. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Number 4. Yadyapi ekara aikara yogo uchchana sthanam abhyantara prayatnaha cha samanostaha tatapi etau do paraspara yogo savarnau nastaha. A and I, A daitoho kantatalu, right? A kantatalu, I also kantatalu. And what about their abhyantara prayatanam? They are being vowels. Therefore, it is vivrutam, right? They are vivrutam. Yeah. So, abhyantara prayatana and the asya, they are same. Therefore, they should be Savarna. Even though they are say it is not Savarna. Why? Yataha, the reason is given. Yataha is reason. Yasmat. Ekarasya Magheshwara Sutreshu Pratak Rupena Nirdesha Kriyate. In the Magheshwara Sutra, A, Om, I, Ouch, A, I, O, Ou. These are mentioned separately. If they are Savarna, then it will not be in the Magheshwara Sutra. In the Savarna, if it is Savarna, then why should it be the Magheshwara Sutra? It should not be. It will not be. A is there. A is there. Not there. Only the letter A is there. Agivun. A stands for 18 forms. That's how we understood from the beginning, right? So A is there. A is there when they are Savarna to each other. Then I is not required. But I is mentioned. I, ouch. From that we infer they are not Savarna. Pratak Rupena Nirdesha Kriyate. It is specified separately, right? Therefore, they are not considered to be Savarna. Pramanam is Magheshwara Sutra is the Pramanam. You can ask why they have got Asyam and Prayatna. They are same. They should be Savarna. They are not Savarna. Why? Magheshwara Sutra says so. When they say, no question. Yes, they are not Savarna. Fine. Tata eva okara aukaro api parasparyogo savarno nastaha. Therefore, they are not mutually similar. What? Okara and au. Because they are mentioned separately in the Magheshwara Sutra. Then the fifth point. Yakarasya anunasika vedo ya and yai. This is a yakara with the nasalized. It is there for yakara. Okay. Therefore, they are considered to be Savarna. In the Vedic chanting, you will see this. Gatu yajnaya tachayora vrunimahe. Gatu that there this anuswara is replaced by the nasalized yakara. That vidhi is just the sandhi rule is there. But I'm just saying that yakara as its anunasika form. Therefore, it replaces the anunasika in the chanting. The sutra is we have seen anunasika. What will happen? Anunasika that anuswarasya yayi parasavarnaha. That by that gets the nasalized replacement, nasalized yakara replacement. Gatu yajnaya. In that context, I have explained. You understand? In that context,
Yes,
we have
Ji,
seen.
yeah.
When we see the sutra, that particular sutra, anuswarasya yayi parasavarnaha, that I will tell you again. Anyway, but you can understand here this much. That is yakara as its savarna form. What is its savarna form? That yakara with the nasalized sound. That is represented by a Chandra Bindu. They are savarna to each other. Okay. Similarly, vakara also. Vakara also has got the nasalized vakara. They are savarna to each other. Similarly, l also. L also parasparyoho savarnostaha. But repa doesn't have. Remember this. Repa doesn't have nasalized repa. Not there. Only for these three, yakara, vakara, and lakara, these have savarna forms in the form of nasalization. Okay.
Yeah.
So, repa is not given here. It means it is not there. Not given means not there. We have to know. For repa also it is there. No, it is not there. For repa we don't have nasalized savarna form. Nyatavyam. What? Anena sutrena akara hakara yogo, ikara shakara yogo, rikara shakara yogo, likara sakara yogo api savarnyam vidiyate. That is how it is, right? A is what? Kanta. And ha is kanta. Both are kanta. And the prayatnam. And what is the prayatnam? You can see here from the Panini's mata and as well as from the Siddhanta Kaumudi mata. If we take only these four or the Abhyantara Prayatna, Akarasya Vivirtam and Ushma also Vivirtam. So, therefore, A and that ha, hakara, they should be savarna,
Yeah.
right? According to Panini Maharishi, Panini Matena, only 4 prayatnams are there, abhintara prayatnams. So if it, that's why in the next sutra Panini Maharishi says, Parantu na jalau iti agripa sutrena tasya nishedah bhavati. Panini mentions na jalau. According to Panini Maharishi, only 4 abhintara prayatnas, and among them the sibilants and the swaras have got the same prayatnam, that is Vivritam, right? Ishit Vivritam is not there, according to Panini Maharishi. Later we say we have 5. That's okay. That's separate. Now, since only 4 are there, there is a possibility now Akara and Hakara they become Savarna, and Ikara and Shakara become Savarna, Rikara and Shakara become Savarna, Rikara, Sakara. That is, the vowels and the sibilants, they can be Savarna. Yes or no? Yes. They can be Savarna. And the next sutra of the Panini Maharishi says, Na Jalau. By that, the Savarnatvam is negated. The Savarnatvam is negated. That is, Akara and Hakara cannot be Savarna, Ikara and Shakara cannot be Savarna, Rikara, Shakara, no Savarnatvam, and similarly, Likara and Sakara. Lu is Danta, Sakara also Danta. Lu is Vivrta, Sakara also Vivrta. Even then, they are not Savarnam. Clear? By what sutra? Na Jalau. What is Na Jalau? The question. What is Na Jalau? Split this now.
Na achhalo.
Sandhi you have to apply.
Yeah.
Na,
Yeah.
ach, hello.
Hello.
Ach becomes, chakara becomes jakara, and ha is there. Ha is replaced by the 4th letter of the preceding letter, whatever the class it belongs. Ach is there, therefore jakara. We have seen that, okay? The sutra.
Oh, and
Without the sutra, we know the rules. Jayaho anyatarasyam, right?
Yeah.
So na jalo is split that. We're going to see that the next sutra, you'll see that. Na jalo means na, ach, hal. Ach and hal. Ach, allow. It is dvivachanam. Between the ach and the hal, na. What is na? Savarnam, na.
no.
Savarnatvam is not there for ach and hal. Therefore, even though the asyam and the abhyantara prayatnam are same for the vowel and the sibilants, they are not savarna. By that, it is negated. Clear?
Okay.
This problem, this sutra is Panini Maharishi says. Why? Because according to Panini Maharishi, only the 4 abhyantara prayatnam. Therefore, he says this sutra. This sutra is valid. If there are 5 abhyantara prayatnams, if you take Ishat Vivrtam and puts all the sibilants into Ishat Vivrtam category, then the sutra is not required. Clear? Yes or no?
Yes, dear.
Yes.
Since Sha, Sha, Saha, they are considered by Panini Maharishi to be the Vivrata, therefore he says not Jalau. But the later Vaiyakarnas, they say there are 5 abhyantara prayatnas, therefore not Jalau, which is there or not there is not a problem. Okay, because for them it is 5. So both are okay. There's no problem in that. The next one, Tulyase prayatnam savarnam tata na jalo etabhyam sutrabhyam varna sanyaha vyakhya kriyate. So varna sanyaha vyakhya, that is the savarna sanyaha vyakhya kriyate. By that sutra, savarna sanya is mentioned. Asmat anantaram, later we will see this sutra. Anudit savarnasya cha apratyaha iti sutrena anena sutrena pratyaharehi savarna grahanam bhavati asya karmasya vishye vistarena asmin lekhe patitam asti tat drishyataam. That we will see later. This you will see the application of this word savarnam in that sutra. There it is talked about further. Anudit savarnasya cha, it's a so in that sutra we will see that. Okay. Now we have seen this Tulyasa Prayatnam Savarnam. Understand this? Any doubt in this?
No, dear.
I have given the English translation of each place of pronunciation before. You can, when you compile, you can add that also, right? I have given the English translation. Prishta, Isha, Vivrta and all. Probably would have, okay. See the previous
Yes.
slide.
Yeah.
So you can, when you compile, you can do. But the sutra is not yet over. We have to see the Lagu Siddhanta Kaumudi. What is the vritti? Now it is seen. So that we will do. We'll continue the same sutra in the next class. Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanta Shanta Shanti Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. If you are not clear about this Abhyantara Prayatnam, difficult to visualize, just know the names. That will help to understand the Savarna. We know the Prayatna, we know the Asyam, we know the Kanta, Talu, Iti, Asyam we know, Uchchana Sthanam we know. And Abhyantara Prayatnam, we can just know the names, Prishtam, Ishad Prishtam, Vivrtam, Ishad Vivrtam, Samvrtam. These are the 5 Abhyantara Prayatnas for the different letters, vowels, consonants, etc. That much. The names you can remember. Similarly, Bhagya Prayatnam, you can. If you find difficult to visualize it. The tongue touching the place of pronunciation, slightly touching, partially open, partially touching. So this is how it is. Okay. And Vivrtam is contracted. The place of Uchcharan, that A is the Kanta is contracted. Pustaka, when you say the tongue is contracted. If you're difficult, you can remember them. If you can visualize, it is good. Okay. Okay. Stop here. Dhanyavadam.